Hello everybody and welcome to Theme Park Coasting, and today we are over here at Thorpe Park Resort for their third day of opening, and I'm joined with Hugo Garrod, Callum Du-plessis, Jayden Austin, Derrick, and of course yours truly. This is our first visit over here towards the park, so we're going to be seeing our first time reactions during the 2021 season. Now of course social distancing still applies over here at the park, so we'll be looking at that, and also we're going to be looking at the construction for a brand new Black Mirror Labyrinth, which will be opening very, very shortly. But are you guys excited for today? I'm going to start with Callum, the person who feels totally epic when going for entrance.
Oh yes, going through them doors, you just feel completely so epic.
Yeah, with a nice blue floor. Yeah, that's now over here. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it already, go and have a look at Thorpe Park's new floor. It's very, very cool. But we're going to start off today by heading over towards Soar. Now this is Jayden's favourite one over here at the park, and I'm still considering whether it is mine. Now I used to obviously love Soar the most, but after Jayden Soar's favourite, I've been looking into it and I'm considering it maybe being my favourite. So when we ride it today, you're all going to see the answer whether it is my favourite ride or not over here at Thorpe Park Resort. But it's up to you now. Do you want to live or die over here on Soar? And if you do want to live, subscribe. If you want to die and risk it, I don't know, don't subscribe then. But honestly, I recommend subscribing to this channel as you get so much great content just like this. But with no further ado, we'll see you on our first ride, Soar the ride. Or there was someone that pulled it down. Live, die or break down, which just happened to us over here on Soar. As we were inside the queue, the ride has broke down on the trim brake section, so unfortunately we had to leave the queue line and not experience that attraction. However, I did take a few clips of it. It was like in the middle of the trees, so we couldn't get that clearly. However, when we were on the ride, we managed to get some fast passes as well, so later on in today we're going to have to go on this ride. If we zoom in up here quickly, really far, you're going to see someone up there. Can you see it up there? Yeah, someone's up there. Unlocking the lap bars and releasing everyone from the ride itself. If I go closer, I'll show you more clearly, but that's quite cool to watch, I'm not going to lie. However, we still want to get in the spirit of the loops, so Callum, we're going on the spirit of the loops now over here on Colossus. The first ride actually we did on the 2019 preview day, check out that vlog up there. But as we enter the queue line, second attempt to go on a ride, are you guys excited for Colossus?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Kinda. Yeah, it's like
I really enjoy it.
Adam's the only one to check out of us that actually enjoys this ride. I think it's just rough and painful, but you never know.
Since it's just reopened, it's worth doing.
Yeah, it's worth it. Just get it done with. It's just reopened. We're going to get it done with. Look, the queue's not even up here yet, so we'll get this ride done with, get it over with, and never do it again for the rest of 2021. So this may be a running another video, guys. But here we now go onto the spirit of the loops. I did the Colossus, that's why. Yeah, we've just completed the first roller coaster of our day. Well, actually the first ride of our day, Colossus, and it hasn't got better, has it, Jane? No, it did. You know, it wasn't right. I think it hurt me more than it has before. I don't know if it's because I'm tall or whatever, but it is a painful ride. Hugo's lucky he didn't go on it.
I think I made the right decision.
That is painful. It literally is so painful. Callum was next to me and we were looking at the seats when we were going throughout, and they got really close to our faces. So if you are going to go on this, I recommend just thinking about it before you do go on it, because if you do have any neck problems, any sort of problems to do with like your body or anything, probably not the best thing to do first, because it does hurt.
Just don't go on
it does hurt a lot. Yeah, basically, what I'm saying, just don't go on this ride. It really is painful. Let everyone who's stupid go on this ride, because it's not that great. However, if you do end up going on it, just you've been warned. But how did you find it, Callum?
It's a good ride. To be honest, it is a good ride. It's got a good layout.
Like I said, it's okay.
But it's just the fact that it is very, very rough. And
yeah.
That's a major factor that lets it down.
Yeah, like, it is just, I think really trusty John, but Adam still loves it. I don't know why. You love Colossus.
I think it's a really good ride personally. I think it all depends where you sit on that, because if you go close to the front of the train, it's a pretty smooth ride. If you go close to the back, yeah, you may have a little bit of a rattle, but it was my first ever looping coaster, so I'm always going to love Colossus. I just really like it, and it's a really good coaster.
Yeah, so basically, if you're on the train, it hurts. If you're on the station, you're fine, okay, guys? Good tip. However, one ride I think is too smooth, is Swarm, and that's where we're heading now. But just something to tell you that nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the Swarm. However, before we do get to the Swarm, I want to show you this quickly, as this is a Swarm sign and it tells you the queue time. So you can see over here there's 20 minutes, probably not, but what I really like is how they're telling you before you get in here, because obviously it's a long walk to the island, and when you get onto the island and then walk to the ride, it might take like 5 or 10 minutes just to get there itself. So by having that sign there, it's really useful because it tells you how long the queue is going to be. So when you are going onto this phenomenal attraction behind me, it really does help with, of course, knowing what time it is, because like I don't want to be walking for ages up to it and then find out it's going to be an hour long if it says 20 minutes. So it's really good how it's doing that. I really like it, and a big thumbs up to Thorpe Park for doing that. However, with that in mind, we're heading on to the Swarm. So we'll see you now on the ride. I don't like it. Colossus! And we have just completed the Swarm for our second ride and coaster of the day. But already it's like 12 o'clock, it's going so fast today. However, the Swarm was around a 100-minute queue. Like, we said it was 20, got in there, ended up in 100 minutes. Now, it changed as soon as we got in, so we could have walked out, which is not really their fault, of course, but still a bit annoying. We went in there for 100 minutes, but it was a really, really good ride. And Adam, you like Colossus, but Swarm is like the complete opposite of Colossus. Fun. So how did you find it?
I've actually really enjoyed Swarm. It's such a good wing coaster. I'm so grateful we actually have one in the UK, because if we didn't, oh, it'd be awful. But yeah, all seriousness though, it's a really good ride. I wouldn't rush it at the start of the day, but yeah, if you're sort of building up for the day, yeah, definitely. But it's a really good one. The reason I wouldn't rush it, not because it's not good, it's actually because it always is long queue.
Yeah, I told you quickly, but look, for New 2020, cookies and ice cream, which look, 2021, which looks really, really awesome. There's one problem, I'm not a big fan of cookies, and I hate ice cream, so for me, probably not, but we're going to get these guys to test it out. Yeah, we're going to get these guys to test it out later on. But on the topic of food, guess what we're having now? Food, as it is like 1 o'clock, we're going to go over towards our favourite food place.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, let's go on time. Let me sit down.
Now that is where I want to be. Not over at Burger King where you spend like 28 quid on a meal. But hey ho, it's a Burger King for this meal over here today over at Thorpe Park. And to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Burger King. I actually prefer Burger Kitchen. Like, Ryan have their own chains of like restaurants. Like, they've got Burger Kitchen and Curly Fries, something like that, with their own sort of chain. And I honestly prefer it than actually Burger King. Now, I'm the only one out of all the group that actually does that, but I honestly do prefer how going there than going over to a Burger King. But over as well, we can now get a closer view over at Slammer. So obviously that closed over in 2015, if I know correctly. Not 100% sure when it did, but I think 2015 I did closed. But I did.
You said 2016, 2015.
Oh, I don't know. But I did do Slammer, and it's an amazing ride. Best ride, I think best flat ride is over here at the park. Unfortunately, it is closed, of course. However, we're now going to go on another flat ride. First flat ride of the day, we're going to head on to Rumble Rapids. And so far today, Callum, it's been busy. We've done 2 rides. Yep. Stelman's only 70 minutes long. All the rides are 100 minutes and stuff. It's too busy, to be honest with you. Like, especially when we have to book to come in because of controlling the capacity. But
we do have fast passes.
We do have fast passes. We will use it. We just don't know when to use it yet. We're going to wait for Sword to open again to use it. It's still closed, so we still can't see. It's Sword better than Swarm. But how's your day been, Callum?
I think it's been quite good. It's quite busy over here, to be honest. I'm quite surprised. Zach said it was busier than the opening day on Monday, so
yeah,
kind of interesting.
I don't know what it is. It's like a Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like not like it's a Saturday or bank holiday. Or during the Easter holidays. No, Easter holidays. Yeah, Easter holidays it is, yeah.
Easter holidays, but
I don't know.
Some people are back to school this week as well. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, if we're going to look at Nemesis Inferno as we do pass it, it's easy to try and extend the queue line. Now, I know there's social distancing going on, but that is just too long in my opinion. I feel like I don't want to be waiting in that. I don't want to wait in 1-to-1 ride or something like that, like we did for Swarm. But we're going to park and have every single ride like that. When some people spend like 40 quid to get into this park, having to wait in queues like that, I don't think it's fair. Like, we're lucky because we've got annual passes. But again, would you be happy to spend 40 quid each and have to wait in that, which would probably be like, do that 3 times, it might be your whole day taken up. So, not that happy. However, we're now going to head over towards the one and only Rumble Rapids. Now, that was a long queue. However, what is only apparently 2.3 seconds to ride is Stealth, which is where we're heading right away. Now, it's a 70-minute queue for 2.3 seconds to 80 miles an hour. It's like literally a 5-second ride, but 70 minutes of queue for it. So I think we're going to give it a go because everything is so unbelievably long here. But hey-ho, we'll see you Stealth if we survive. Oh. 10-minute queue for Stealth. Yes, please. Thank you for that, Thorpe Park. We actually got back my faith into the park, and also just found out Saw has reopened, so that's really, really good. But Stealth, we haven't done a ride like that. We're going for 80 miles an hour since Friday nights last year, so around October time. And I texted Jayden, and me and Jayden were like, I was looking that bad. We sat in the car, and we were like, whoa!
I think I either did faint or I nearly fainted. I really nearly fainted. I got up and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was like it felt a lot faster than it did before. However, like I said, now, how did you guess where we're going? Saw. But something that Jayden hates is sound.
Wait, listen to it. It's not going to go down at the right time.
Well, but on a genuine note, like, there you go. See, we're at the right time. You need to go on now. No,
I can't.
He hates it, but I love that feeling. You know, before you go on rides, you get like a shock before you go on it. Well, yeah, that feeling. Because I don't really get scared of rides. Like I've done drop towers at 400 foot, but when I go on rides like Stealth and Detonator, before I go onto it, I like get like my heart starts shaking a little bit, and I like that feeling because that's like adrenaline. But Adam, excited for Saw? Yeah, not Swarm, but we're going to saw you at Swarm soon.
Yeah, I'm quite excited. Saw's a pretty good attraction here. I don't think it's the best. I do prefer Rage currently. So no, I've done Rage, it was my latest.
And a quick, okay, I know who you guys are, non-female enthusiast. Rage is especially a Saw replica over at Adventure Island.
But it's a little bit different. Yeah, but on Stealth, like, whoa, that launch is incredible. And I said Hugo was up there. Hugo, go and look to your left as you're sitting on the left side. And then I looked down my right, and literally the run around this boat was so low down. It was so cool. Like, I love Stealth. The Saw's alright. Like,
yeah, honestly.
I quite like it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I still want to find out if Saw is better than Swarm. We now have done Swarm, now we've gone Saw. You're going to find out what is better.
I don't like that sound of the chain that's making.
To experience this ride.
That is Saw, the ride which we have just ridden. And yes, we managed to get on it, guys. Like, we got in the queue line for this ride, and like always, this ride went over and broke down. So we were like, oh, not again. But we managed to restart it, and finally, after like an hour and a half waiting, we managed to ride the Saw. And I've got to be honest with my opinion on this, okay? Because when I look at rides, there's many factors that go into what I think of it. So there's scenery, there's the experience on the actual ride, and there's just how much fun it is. Now, on Swarm, they've got the scenery, obviously, great island and stuff. They also, the ride's really smooth and great, but I feel like it's not as fun as a ride like this. Me and Jay had the last ride on it, and the scenery I think is better on this than the Swarm because I think it's the like actual atmosphere, like in the station and stuff like Jigsaw and the countdown and the outside.
The music of the dispatch.
Yeah, the music of the dispatch. And to be honest, when I've been racing in both of them, I feel like when I'm in both of them, I feel like, what did he go?
They got rid of the Living Nightmare sign over there that you could like flip over.
Oh no.
That's so sad.
You were interrupting my speech.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My motivational speech, Hugo, you interrupted for that information. But
I'm so sorry, yeah, my apologies.
You should, thank you, Hugo. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The stuff like the Swarm, I'm raising that long 2-hour queue over Swarm. I didn't enjoy the races for Saw because I feel like on Swarm it's quite basic, while on Saw you've got like barbed wire fence, and even when you get inside, it gets even better. Then on the ride itself, it was a Gersar Eurofighter, I think so, and on it it's quite rough, not as rough as, not as smooth as Swarm, obviously. But I think that Swarm is a bit too smooth, if you know what I mean? It's like,
would a ride be too smooth?
It's just not as enjoyable because of how smooth it is. It's like, I like it like shaking around a little bit.
He doesn't get it.
And when we were ride funness, me and Jayden were only two on the like side of the car, so we sat off the end and looked down and the turns and stuff, which is actually really good fun. So I honestly think that Saw is better than Swarm. At the moment it's how it stands. Now obviously I might be influenced by something like Jayden or something, but honestly I feel like it was better. Honestly, I really did enjoy it. However, we're now heading over towards Nemesis Inferno. So we'll see you there as we feed the flames.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. It's free, not the
Nemesis Inferno. I don't know. I think it's close to Colossus personally. That was so rough. Now I never have.
Oh my God.
It was
What
rough.
you said.
It was
It's
rough.
not
It was
rough.
rough and intense.
I'll give you the proper opinion.
It was intense. It was really intense. Like I was on it and I was like, oh my head and it just wasn't enjoyable. It just wasn't enjoyable.
I'm going to disclaim, Tom's opinions are not, does not mean they are correct.
They are
They are
correct.
correct. They are fully correct. Team hate. We're team hate. Nemesis Inferno.
That anti.
Okay.
You know, honestly, just
Okay, all
Nemesis Inferno sucks.
seriousness
Yeah.
though, this is actually true, and this is what most of you will believe.
Nemesis Inferno sucks.
It's really smooth,
Tom,
it's
are
really
you
intense.
anti-BNA?
It's really fast as well.
I am.
It's actually an overall great.
No, it is an overall awful ride, but enough like that. We're now going to head over towards Rumba Rapids for the next one we're going to do over here.
I think I can ever agree with your opinion.
Yeah, well I do. So, we'll see you on to Rumba Rapids.
There's no one on these. Oh, walk on.
Rumba Rapids was the typical 5-minute Rumba Rapids ride sort of thing, but with no water effects or without getting wet. So basically, you're sitting in a little boat for 5 minutes, but nevertheless, it is a great family ride to do if you do go over towards Thorpe Park. Well, I didn't get wet. I don't know you guys. Okay, well, lucky you guys, you got wet. However, we're now going around and looking within the shops. One of our biggest tips we can give you is never, ever go in the shops at the end of the day because it is packed. That's what everyone does. So go in the middle of the day, find a time like now, an hour before it closes, to have a look inside these shops and see what you're going to buy. Because if it is, you can always hold it for your desk sometimes. And if you want to obviously of course buy it yourself, you can always hold it with yourself for that extra time. As honestly, it'll save you so much time and effort towards the end of the day when you just really want to get home after having a great little theme park. However, we're now going to have a look in down the shops. I'll show them clips of the new merch, and I'll see you as we head to our next ride, which I think we're going to rush to. Guys, don't worry, we haven't just done that. That'll be our heads right banging from side to side. We actually did Rush, one of actually the most insane rides over here at Thorpe Park. And no matter how many times I do it, it is so crazy. It's literally like a giant swing, but just a really giant swing. But I know when I was on it, Jayden was like holding on for dear life, he was scared.
Well, listen, okay, it's quite an intense ride.
Yeah, very intense.
And you made me...
It made you worry that you were going to fall out and there's only like one little metal arm holding you on. Honestly guys, why do you worry about that? But on that note, we're now going to head over towards another ride with just one little arm. We're heading on to watch one big arm. We're heading on to Samurai, the only ride which, well, Hugo and Adam are both nervous for. So as they're doing another ride at the moment, Swarm of Stealth, me, Callum and Jayden are going to be heading on there. So, Samurai, we're going to in the queue. You haven't done that for a whole year, Callum. So are you excited for it or nervous for it or what?
I'm not nervous for it. I'm quite excited for it. It's quite a good ride.
Yeah, honestly, I do enjoy it. I remember once I had this really bad experience on it where it was like went on for ages, but it has to be like 50 people to go on, so like doing such distancing, it doesn't spin as much, I don't think. However, it's only 15 minutes right now, not a bad queue. Let's go on to it. Samurai. said earlier that I hate Nemesis Inferno and that we're heading on to Samurai, well, something really weird happened, because let's start from the beginning, okay? We went over towards Samurai. Now, of course, normally it tests and it works, and everything goes through and it all goes smoothly, but literally the ride before us, like we were waiting in like the sections, it then said, well, it didn't say that, it broke down, and we were like, oh. So we obviously waited, because that's what we do when rides break down, because normally it reopens or you get a fast pass. Now, it didn't seem to reopen, and eventually we got people who were on it down, which was really good, but then they said to us, okay, because of the inconvenience, we don't know how long it takes to get ready, so instead we're going to put you all in Nemesis Inferno. So literally, they brought us, I'm going to show you a quick clip of it, over towards Nemesis Inferno, and like all the thing, all patched away and everything, we literally opened it up again just for us, and we managed to go on to Nemesis Inferno for the last public train of the day, so that's pretty cool. However, our day is now over, as you can probably tell, and it's like 6:30, half an hour after it should be closed. So the park is pretty empty at the moment. Everything like the tidal wave cars are on the thing, and it's quite cool to see the park. It's quiet, but let me know if you're going to tidal wave. But while we're doing that, Hugo and Adam did stealth 5 times. So how did you find it?
To be fair, we had one front row ride, and I have to say that front row ride was amazing. I'm not going to lie, it was so much more intense at the front. And then we did do flying fish. So Adam completed all the coasters here at the park.
More intense than the stealth.
Yeah.
No. No, and then we did flying fish, and then we went back. We saw they were stuck on Samurai. We tried sneaking onto Nemesis Inferno, but we didn't. Because obviously we wouldn't be able to. And then we just waited. I got some photos. It was alright.
Bang out of the time. And Jayden, you also with us. How did you find it?
Right.
Yeah, it was really annoying. I'd rather go on Samurai, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But Adam, how did you find what you did?
I really enjoyed it. So we sort of went over to stealth. Has you guys told you yet?
Yeah, I'm going to everything that's happened. How did you find it?
We did stealth. That was insane.
I forgot to. We didn't need us to stop there. Can't I just bring it down? Anyway.
Stealth was amazing. I can it never gets old. That launch, the American style theme, the speedway, incredible. Then we obviously had to have a ride on the fish, the flying fish. So that was of course amazing. It was hilarious as well. I'll talk about that after. It was so funny. But yeah, it was such a great ride on flying fish. But yeah, like after that, you guys went over to Nemesis, and me and Hugo said, of all 5 of us, me and Hugo would have wanted to turn up the most.
Yeah, we were like, oh, that's annoying. But anyway, look at this lovely sunset behind me, and this is where I'm going to end the vlog. I've had an amazing day today. It's been busy, but it's been fun. My name is Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.